Hello, everybody. Welcome to Percussion Axiom TV. I am your host, Tom Burritt, and this is episode 55. And as promised, we're delivering our PASIC 2009 preview. It's something we did last year and hope to do every year. Let's just take a little time and review some things that are what I think are kind of interesting coming up in the convention. Before we get to that, a couple quick announcements. Thank you so much for the comments. Are shooting through the roof. We're trying to build community here, guys, so the more people that comment, the better, and so I'm so thankful. I've been pushing you guys to comment and for lurkers to come out, and more coming out, and it's been amazing. So just want to thank you guys for that. It makes this so much more worthwhile for me to do and to interact with you. It's just been great, so thank you so much for that. This is of course PASIC week, and I will be heading out there. I won't be getting until later Wednesday evening, but I'm really hoping to connect with as many of you as possible. If you just see me walking around, please don't hesitate to come on up and say hello. If you'd rather wait to the artist times, that's fine. Friday at 3 o'clock, I'll be at the Steve Weiss booth. Come by and say hello. Say hello to the Steve Weiss guys. I'm sure they'd love to meet you as well. And then Saturday between 10 and 11, I'm kind of shooting for 10:30 at the Malletech booth. If you guys want to come along then, I'll be there and would love to chat and hang out. And it'd be great to see you guys there. So I'm really asking you guys to come to those two times, Friday at 3 and then Saturday around between 10 and 11, maybe closer to 10:30. Be awesome to meet you guys and to see who I've been communicating with on a regular basis via Twitter and Facebook and everything else. So just a quick reminder also about the PASIC hashtag right up here. Sorry, Nancy, I had to cover you up there. Anyway, if you use Twitter, you do the sign there, the number sign, and PASIC09 in your tweet, and then it'll show up on when we search. If you go to Twitter and you search for that, it'll show up there, and they're also going to stream it in the exhibit hall on a large monitor, which is a really cool idea at PAS. And even if you're not at the convention, you can kind of see what's going on by going to your Twitter account and then under search, put that hashtag in, and you'll see what everyone's talking about at the convention, sort of in real time. So I think that's a really cool thing they're doing. And by the way, if you guys seen the new PAS site, if you haven't, go check it out. Friend me up on there. It's sort of Facebook-y, which is really an interesting play on their part, and I think it's going to be huge. We'll see how people adapt to that. But big ups to PAS for recognizing social media and kind of how things are going these days on the web and the Web 2.0 thing and all that stuff. So I know there's some people over there that kind of really know what's happening, and it's exciting to see. So friend me up through PAS. I have my profile up there. I still have some work to do, but they're doing some really, really cool things. So take advantage of that hashtag. It'd be fun while we're in sessions, because we all can't see everything, but it's nice to see in real time kind of what people are doing, what people are thinking. And again, really psyched about this week and looking forward to meeting everybody. So we're going to move on with the Axiom today, which is just simply the PASIC preview. So we're going to go through and just give you some of my thoughts on what is going to be interesting. Now, a big disclaimer, I'm not going to catch everything. I'm not going to be able to cover everything because we have a limited amount of time. These are just some things that popped out to me, all right? So, hey, more power to you. If you disagree, that's fine. These are some things that I know I'm going to try to check out while I'm there that I think will be interesting. Focus Day is the theme this year is global economy, and it's kind of an interesting theme that they're putting together. But there's some really, really great new music going on that day, and just to highlight a couple things, Bev Johnston is playing the Christopher Hotze's piece, Fertility Rites, which is a really, really great piece for marimba and tape. If you haven't seen her play that before or do that, you should really check it out. Bev and I are also going to be paired together for the artist time at 3 o'clock on Friday at the Steve Weiss booth. She's really, really awesome and fantastic player. So you guys go check her out. Dane Richardson, who's also been heavily involved with CMF in the past, is playing a Tanya Leone work that day. Andrew Spencer. Stuart Gerber is going to be doing some work with, he's sort of the resident Stockhausen expert, so I really love what he's been doing. He's going to do a paper presentation about Ziklus, so if you like Stockhausen, Stuart was basically his guy for quite a while, and up till his death recently. So you can see some first-hand information about Stockhausen. It's pretty cool. Percussion Group Cincinnati is also going to perform, so those are all things on a Wednesday. Unfortunately, I'm going to miss all of that, but if you're there on a Wednesday, go check each of those out. There's a lot of other great events that day, too. Moving on to Thursday, I'm looking forward to the Northern Illinois Percussion Ensemble performance at 10 o'clock. And then Maraca 2, I've heard a lot about these guys. I've never really checked them out, so I'm going to go check those guys out at noon. Stuart Gerber's doing something else at 3 o'clock. I was just mentioning him on Wednesday with his Stockhausen thing. I'm not sure what he's doing there, but I really recommend checking him out. And then the LSU, I always enjoy the new Percussion Ensemble Lit session that happens at 4 o'clock on that Thursday afternoon. So this year it's Brett Dietz and the LSU Percussion Group. So looking forward to them. And then, of course, the evening concert, the Taiwanese Percussion Ensemble Jew Percussion Group is doing a concert. So looking forward to all those events. And Thursday is sort of the one day where I can see a lot of things, so I'm excited about that. 9 o'clock, early in the morning, I recommend Andy Bliss's paper presentations about the music of David Lang. I know in talking with him recently that he's going to be performing some of So-Called Laws of Nature. And if you haven't heard that piece, we're going to program it here at UT with the percussion group in the spring. One of those few pieces that just blew my mind over the past 5-6 years, written for the So Percussion Group. And I think they're doing the third movement, which is tuned flower pots and all kind of wood blocks and crotales and some really cool sounds. So I recommend getting up early on Friday and going to check that out. I think some of the most underrated sessions are these paper presentations at PASIC, and I think this is going to be one of those. I know Andy's been really doing a lot of work in this area, so I'm really psyched for that. North Texas Percussion Ensemble at 10 o'clock on Friday morning. Definitely going to check that out. My colleague up there in the north, Mark Ford's group. Anything You Can See by Chris Davini. He's doing something at 11. I saw a clinic where he played basically every keyboard excerpt known to man and just burned them all through. It was ridiculous. So he's phenomenal. Principal percussionist, I believe, with Philly Orchestra. So go check him out. 2 o'clock, of course, is the Intermediate Masterworks. That's the one session I'm so privileged to be a part of. We're playing with Jean Geoffroy and Nancy and, geez, I can't even name everybody. Gordon Stout's playing. Nancy Zelson's playing twice. Just basically performing some works out of the intermediate books that I've been hyping on the show quite a bit. By the way, both those books and the CDs will be available at Steve Weiss, so check those out. 3 o'clock, I'll be with Bev Johnston at the Steve Weiss booth. I mentioned that early on the show. I hope to see you guys there, 3 o'clock. And then I'm really looking forward to Eric Samut's concert at 4 o'clock on Friday. Moving on, 8 o'clock, another poster presentation that I have to hype as a past student of mine is Thad Anderson. He's doing a really interesting thing on John Cage's fourth construction. And that's all I'm going to say because he's dug up some really interesting information about something that could or was at one point actually called fourth construction that's now known as something else. So I know it's really early, guys, but that is doing, I've seen him do a lot of this already. I'm going to go support him. I'm going to try my best, but great topic. Yale Percussion Group concert at 10 o'clock. That's also, hopefully you can check some of that out and then still make it over to the Malletech booth. I would love to see you guys between 10 and 11 on Saturday. And then, let's see. Pius Chung, I'm looking forward to his thing at 3. And Japanese, 4 o'clock is the Fuji Japanese Marimba retrospective. The Fuji family is a really important family actually in Japan. And given all the heated discussion on YouTube, especially on the Japanese episode 54, I believe it was, might be really cool. I actually split a concert with Hiraku Fuji at the first EMF session. I believe it was 06 when I was there. She's a fantastic player. Her and her sister, and then her mother, of course. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to have to bail to the airport right after that, but I'm looking forward to that. So, anyway, that's our PASIC preview. Again, I mentioned lots of things that were, I think are important, but there's a lot of other things that I didn't have time to say or that I might not even be aware of that I'm sure will be fantastic. So, that's it. That's today's show, you guys. I'm so encouraged by the numbers. When you're at PASIC, if you would just do me a favor and spread the word. If you love this show, getting so many great emails and Facebook messages about how much people appreciate the show, and that means the world to me. All I ask is you guys talk it up. I want to keep growing this community because it's been so amazing for me, even, and I hope it's been equally beneficial for you guys to connect each other worldwide and to build this thing up. So all I ask is you, if you're at the convention, talk it up, spread the word. Today's question of the day is, regardless of whether you're going to PASIC or not, What is your favorite thing about it? Simple, right? So thanks for watching, you guys, and I can't wait to see you, or at least most of you, this week.